he could go first because I mean, all I said was that before I make a decision in this matter, I want to wait till I get the full story of what happened.
All right, hold
All
on,
right.
hold on.
I'll
What were
introduce
you talking about though? We need to understand what exactly
So
you
what
were.
happened in this situation? We only seen we only seen one side of it, and it's been conflicting
One
reports.
side of what? What story are we
All
talking
right.
about?
So I'm going to introduce this story myself. So I'm scrolling on the timeline on Twitter, doing what I do, chilling, minding my business. And I see my brother going at it with somebody. And then I see that it's our good friend Chimaobi from the same school that we went to. And I was like, oh, wow, this is getting spicy. Words like dumb and stupid are being used, but there's a lot of intellectual vocabulary being used as well. So I shot the tweet to Chimaobi. I was like, we got to get you on the show. And here we are. It's about to be a great episode for y'all.
I think you guys are just jazzing it. I think.
Bro, what? Okay, can you please talk about what were you like commenting about? Like, what exactly were you commenting about?
Oh, they were talking about niggas been silent since Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot, and I just said before I said before I say can niggas get the full story, or can niggas get the full story on the situation before we make a decision on whose side we on?
Okay.
And you thought that was smart?
Yes. I
Okay.
mean,
okay.
I think I want you.
Can I say myself, or are you still going?
What you have to say, because.
Okay. So, to the people that are watching, because this is gonna be a watch podcast. Okay. So, to the people that are watching, I'm gonna tell you exactly how it went. So there was a tweet, and daily Twitter scrolling, right? There's a tweet. It said, basically, since Tory admitted it, people have been real quiet. So then I saw, this young, intelligent young man, Brandon, right? So he tweeted, he quoted it. He was like, "Can we get a full account of what happened, then say something?" So I'm gonna react to that. And to that I said, like, what do you mean? Because I thought I knew what he was saying, but I wasn't sure. So I had to make sure, you know what I'm saying? So his response was, and I quote, "What I mean by that is before I make a judgment about the situation, I want to hear both sides, exactly what happened, and then there's not really many details on the situation. In addition to this, there's been conflicting accounts from other parties that were present when the situation happened." So I said, okay, that makes sense. My thing is, it's, what was it, 4 people at the event, 4 people at the party, and I think 3 people in the car, right? So, because it was Meg, it was Tori, Meg's friend, and then Kylie was there earlier, right? So, my thing is, if you saw the TMZ video, okay, so everybody was getting, they got stopped by the car. I don't know what the call was, but they got stopped by the car. Megan was walking out, her foot was bleeding. She initially said like she got hit or something like that. She mentioned nothing about a gun. She mentioned nothing about Tory, right? She later came out and said that the reason why she said that was because she didn't want anything to happen. Everything that's going on in America right now, Black people are getting shot, etc. So, one, she was protecting him. She knew what happened because she said it on live. What was it, days later, weeks later, right? Anyways, she knew what happened. Later, Tory was like, first of all, there was no comment from Tory, right? We knew that he had, the illegal gun out the way. Then Megan was like, "Since y'all want to know so bad, yeah, I got shot. Show the pictures," because people were pressuring her on social media. First of all, sorry, Megan, if you're listening. You're probably not, but if you're listening, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Then later, she said, "What? Since y'all want to know so bad, Tory did it." Mind you, there were tweets about it, okay? There were tweets saying, "Man, why don't you just come out and tell us?" You know what I'm saying? If it was Tory, why don't you just come out and tell us, right? Right? It makes sense, right? Even though it's none of their business, but it makes sense, right? So she came out and told us. That same person that tweeted that, "Oh, why don't you come out and tell us?" literally said, "Oh, she is snitch." Excuse me, sir, weren't you the one that said, "Oh, why don't you tell?" Anyways, So I no longer know what needs to be said. Tory Lanez's excuse was, "Oh, I was too drunk." I'm sorry. What happens when you get drunk? Do you think about, "Oh yeah, let me just pow"? No. When I'm drunk, I think, "Oh, let me drunk text my ex, not shoot her." That's just me. I don't know if I'm the normal person, but yeah. Anyways, he was drunk. That's not an excuse. He deserves jail time. Megan, I'm sorry. End of story.
Brandon, do you have any, rebuttal? Is there any thing you want to say after that?
He did it, but all I'm saying is before I go ahead and judge the man and cast him aside to just say he deserves to go to hell and all this shit, I really want to know what happened and what really happened. I mean, what really happened before the incident transpired. Because I think you're skipping over details that said they were arguing saying that she didn't like what he did, so they started arguing together before they even got in the car, and they were arguing while in the car, and he was drunk. Not to excuse it, but I feel like at some point we have to understand to stop domestic violence and stop anything, we'll have to look at the other side in order to prevent it. I totally understand what you're saying. I totally understand. Like, no. And I feel like you really tried to invalidate my point on Twitter because you called me stupid for asking to want to see what happened on the other side. And I wasn't, in fact, excusing him, was I? I don't remember excusing what he did I? In fact, I even admitted that he did it. I said that he made a terrible decision, if I'm not correctly. Do you have it up?
Okay. Let me bring it up.
I admitted that he did it, and that it was a terrible mistake. I'm just saying I want to see what happened before, because not to say that she should have did it, but it's not like I feel like people are just making it seem like they were out like they're forgetting that minor detail that they were arguing. So we don't know what they were talking about. We don't know, you know what I'm saying? We really don't know everything that happened in the situation. We don't know if she tried. We don't know if any violence was in the car. We don't know if she was hitting it, like talking to him, and he just got mad. And I say, once again, it's a bad decision, and he took the gun out and shot her. So we don't know for certain what happened. We just know the end of the result. We don't know what led up to it. And the thing is, Tory Lanez can't say nothing about it because, just like you said, it's an open case. So he's got a charge now, so he can't say nothing to defend himself.
Okay. Yeah, like you said, you said that Tory made a terrible decision of pulling out the gun, etc. Yeah, you said that. Okay. But my thing is, he already said what had happened.
How do we know? How did he say it?
He said, "I was too drunk."
In a text message.
Yes.
Do you have a screenshot of the text message? Did he really say that, or is that just what the news says?
That's what the news says. That's what I'm going off of.
Say that I want to know from the source. Did the source actually say that? Did he did? I'm not saying do it, but did Megan Thee Stallion herself show a screenshot to the world of him saying that he shot her because he was drunk?
Okay, I understand what you're
saying. Can I go off? Can I talk?
Go ahead.
I didn't interrupt you.
Go ahead.
We didn't get a screenshot. Again, this is sources. So we don't know if these sources are correct or not. So you can have the floor now.
Okay, let me ask you this. If there was, let's say somebody was about to take you to jail because you shot somebody, right? Now, let's say that person was about to shoot somebody else, right? And you shot that person. Oh, and they ask you, why'd you shoot that person? Oh, they're going to shoot the other person, right? Now, if you had a valid excuse as to why you would shoot somebody, tell me why you would stay quiet.
But he doesn't have a case about it. I mean, he has to stay quiet now because he has a case. He has a pending case on something else. So why would I furthermore say anything about the top? Because I don't understand that. Now I'm thinking, what does that have to do with this situation? Because you mean if I had an illegal firearm and I shot somebody? Do you mean in that sense?
I'm saying like Megan, right? She's the one initiating the case, right? Because she got shot. So she had ample time to send out tweets, go on live, say different things about what happened. And Tory Lanez said, ...
I'm not really understanding what you're talking about.
So wait.
She had ample time, but it's not like she leaked it. TMZ did, and people talked to her to the point, or they harassed her to the point where she gave details about the situation.
I'm confused. You think people aren't harassing Tory?
Go again.
You think people aren't harassing Tory, the person who actually shot her?
Yeah, I'm not saying people aren't harassing Tory, but I'm saying people harassed her to the point where she spoke out.
Okay.
That's what she made it seem like. I'm not saying people aren't doing that. I'm just saying people harassed her to the point where she went on live and said what she said. She said her story. What she said what happened.
Yeah.
But what I'm asking you is, what are you trying to say when you said, if I shot somebody and because you lost me after you said I shot somebody and they really, I was confused.
So what I was saying was, if you had a valid point as to why you would shoot somebody, why would you stay quiet? That was my question.
I mean, I feel like that has nothing to do with the situation, seeing the fact that he has a pending gun charge now, and that she didn't, last time I checked, she didn't press any charges against him. So he's quiet because he has a pending gun charge and wins. His PR team is most likely telling him to be quiet and this will all just go away. But if you give it to him, it will.
Okay. Aaron, it's on you.
Yeah, he probably wanted to be careful. He didn't want to I guess get the jury any more evidence against him and stuff. That's why he was probably staying quiet the whole time. So off that alone, him not really saying anything. I mean, I could understand that because you just never know. Like they always say, they'll use anything against you when it comes to going to court. So I think he's just waiting until he goes to court to say whatever it is, whatever his side of the story is. So at that respect, I think it was a smart decision.